Hey guys, welcome to my Xtreme weekly chat about X-Men. Just random stuff today, no plans really, just kind of grabbing stuff here and there just to talk about it. I thought I would talk about one of my favorite, well, I guess a couple of my favorite characters. One is Kitty Pryde, who I really want to focus on today, or Kate Pryde as they're going to call her now. Going forward in Marauders, which I really liked. If you haven't seen my Marauders thoughts, check it out. It's in the playlist. Really liked Marauders a lot. I don't know. Still thinking about it, actually. Still thinking about it. I'm thinking I might get Kitty next to, so like maybe in here. So it's like I want to have her like kind of phasing through, and then she'll be behind the Sentinel, and then kind of have her coming out of here. Not sure if I'll add her whole body, maybe just like the upper torso coming out, because I don't have a lot of room left in there. um, and Emma Frost to an extent. I'm only mentioning Emma because they both appeared in the same issue, which is X-Men 129. So this is the first appearance of both those characters, and the next one is the first appearance of Dazzler, I think, and I also have that. And I love Dazzler as well. She's a great character. But Kitty Pryde wasn't always a favorite of mine. I thought she was okay. She basically became. I got more into her later on, and I liked X-Men Gold. And one of I was just talking to one of my subscribers about Kitty and X-Men. And I liked X-Men Gold. I never finished it. I was collecting it for a while, and I read the first couple of trades, and then I didn't read any more. But I always thought Kitty was a really cool character. I always thought she was just kind of neat. So anyway, so this is the first appearance of Kitty and Emma. So we're not going to go through that. I've got it on digital, of course. So real quick, just reading this was cool because this was kind of like if you buy the Dark Phoenix stuff, this is kind of the beginnings of it. And as the X-Men, Professor X gets like a signal that there's a couple of mutants around. One's in New York, one's in Chicago. So they go to Chicago, which is where we see Kitty. That's where she is. There you go. It's tough with the glare here. Oh, there you go. That's good. All right. So that's Kitty. She's 13 years old. Her parents are here. They're trying to figure out what to do with her. She's got headaches and stuff like that. This is great. This is where she first meets Emma. I love the art here. Look at her reaction. It's like she's just like, what the heck? So she's having headaches. She goes to her room, and so yeah, she's just getting her headaches there. She's like, geez, what's going on? So this is the kind of thing where the mutant powers develop in their teen years. So blah blah. I'll show you. This is Emma. Emma Frost is right there behind Kitty's mom, who's in yellow. Can you see that? There you go. I know you can barely recognize Emma Frost with that much clothing on, eh? It's like, what? Why is she wearing so much clothing? This is terrible. So, oh, here you go. Here's a better picture of her, right there. There's Emma in her non-white. Why is it so much glare? Jeez. There you go. All right. Doing this off the iPad sucks. Yeah, I know. But I don't want to mess with that issue. So Storm, they go out for ice cream. I love how it's Wolverine, Colossus, and Storm and Professor X come to visit. They're trying to convince Kitty's parents to send them to Xavier's school. So they go out to the mall or whatever. Storm and Kitty have a little conversation. And Storm tells her about the X-Men. I love Kitty's reaction here. Sorry about the glare, guys, but I'll try to show it to you. I love her reaction here. Very like, wow, like this is so cool, the X-Men, So, of course, side note, look at what Wolverine is reading. Wolverine is reading Penthouse. And then there's Playboy there too, so that's weird. When Kitty first sees Colossus, she says, oh, he's kind of neat looking, so there's a little bit of foreshadowing. Okay, so of course there's a fight because it's an X-Men comic. Hellfire Club sends guys or whatever, so let's skip by a little bit. This is more White Queen stuff. So that's pretty much it. She appears only towards the end, and the X-Men are captured. and Kitty kind of sneaks in to where and sees that the X-Men have all been beaten up and captured. And Emma Frost is like, sort of like facilitating this, and Kitty's going to try to help them. The first time she phases is actually right here, so she kind of like backs away and falls through the window, right, or falls through the wall there. And then I'll show you this is kind of like what we now know as the classic style, where it's like she's kind of half through something. So she's learning to use her powers here, and then that's the end. So that's the end of that one. I liked this comic. It was cool, obviously. And it was a pretty good first appearance because it was something that continues on. So we see her there, and then obviously it continues on, and she does more and more. So that's great. And obviously throughout the year, she's become a really cool character. She's I think she's one of the few X-Men who has retained sort of the classic look of what it is of the original costumes. This is Marauders again, number 1. I haven't put it away yet, so you can see she still has the yellow and the blue or black or whatever, the navy blue black look. So I always appreciated that they kind of kept her classic looking. So I always thought that was really nice that they did that. So yeah. I really like Kitty. Just thought I'd share that, my quick thoughts on that. I'm not going to go in depth into it. I promised last week that I would show you the differences, or the Iceman pop. So there's the new Iceman pop. This is the 80-year celebration. Okay, so I'm going to open this sucker up. Ooh, I like the sign there. That looks cool. So I'm going to open up this guy, and then I'm going to put him back in the box because I really like the boxes first, so I want to keep them in the box. Right. Oh, he's got an extra little thing here to keep them secure, so I gotta remember to put that back. So here he is. It's very clear. I do like his base a lot, and he's got a snowball in his hand. So that's that Iceman. Now there was an Iceman that I got before that had come out. So this was like an exclusive one. It's actually completely opposite take on the character, because this one's got kind of the muted ice look, but his ice that he's generating is the see-through clear kind of plastic. And this one, he's like half and half. He's a little bit dusted with snow. So I'm not sure which one I like better. I think maybe this one is a bit neater because of the way that they've sculpted him and doing the little bits of the snow. But this one looks more like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which is kind of where I really grew to love Iceman, from that cartoon. I always liked guys with ice powers. That would probably be one of my powers that I would like to have if I had mutant abilities. So I kind of like this Iceman just because it reminds me of the Amazing Friends one. But this one is really cool. So if you can't get that other one, get them both if you're a fan of Iceman. So this guy I think would fit better with the other X-Men, with the ones in the classic uniforms. If they had given him the boots, if you remember, he had the yellow and black boots, which I did think looked weird. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I think it did look very weird to me. It kind of felt like it was just off. But that is what he looked like. So if you want the classic look, that is the look that you got to get for Iceman. So I'm going to put this guy back in and keep him in the packaging. He's not going back in as easy as the others went in. He's a little bit wonky. I'm going to have to play with that afterwards. But yeah, I like both Icemen. Obviously this 80th one is super available, so if you want to grab one, grab that. But I think that's going to be it for this week. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Kitty just because, I always liked her and she was a cool character. And I happened to just recently get that first appearance. I might do Emma Frost later on as well. But, excuse me. Okay, well, yeah, that's it, guys. All right, thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you on Wednesday for the weekly X-Men comic. All right, until next time.